So, I want to say once I got to around, see, this is the part that I have a hard time remembering where it got a little bit more intense. Yes, the contractions were bearable. I can't remember if it was 5 to 6 centimeters or around 7. I think around 5 to 6 centimeters. I was like, okay, I'm kind of ready for this to be over, but not in like a horrible way, but I was ready to get things going for sure. Like, it still was bearable. Once the transition started, I feel like around 7 centimeters is where they were definitely more painful for sure. Still not unbearable. You can still get through it, but it definitely, I was grabbing between my husband's fingers and my mom's fingers, and every time I would feel contraction come on, I would grab their fingers, squeeze, breathe through it. I would be really like, whoo, like that. So it was definitely louder breathing at that point, and I was still just trying to remind myself it doesn't last that long. At about 7 centimeters, I feel like is where my body started to push on its own. Like, baby was coming. Yes, I felt it in my butt, because they were telling me, once you start feeling it in your butt, like you gotta poop, let us know. And I was like, I think I'm starting to kind of feel it, but I'm not sure if it's like go time, And so that at that point, around 7 centimeters, when she started checking me and I started feeling like my body was pushing on its own, it escalated quickly. Like, it went by so fast, because my body was just actively every contraction pushing on its own, and I wasn't like trying to stop it or anything. I was just letting my body do its thing. But I also want to say around 5 to 6 centimeters, once I got to around 5, I want to say the process kind of went by fast after that as well. It didn't take too much longer after that to get to like the 7 centimeters, and then 7 centimeters kind of flew by because it was like my body was ready to push. So once she started checking me around 7 centimeters, she started kind of getting things ready. Once it escalated a little bit more, she started, calling for the doctor, because I told her like my body's pushing. Still breathing through it with those strong breaths, still grasping on my husband and mom's hand to really help me through that pain, because the pain was stronger at that point. And then once the doctor came and I was fully dilated, I remember I was, really breathing through it, and my body was pushing, and she was hitting button like, I need a doctor now. Like, they're on their way.